Hello, today we're looking at this question here. So we're looking at the bottom one. So it says, the sketch below shows details of an aircraft warning symbol for ground traffic at an airport. The symbol appears inside an octagon sign. So it gives us lots of dimensions here, and it gives us these centre lines. You can see all these measurements come from those centre lines pretty much. So just looking at how you can use those centre lines to do the different dimensions. So first things first, it says, in the space on the right, draw the outline of the octagonal sign using the given side. So we've got one given side there. So we can, if we wanted to, measure the sides and do the bits like that, or we can do the square, either or. But that's the given side there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a square, do the AF technique. So I'm going to measure the distance here, which is 80. So I'm going to measure this way, 80 here, do 80 this way, and do 80 up. So there, and using those marks, I'm then going to draw a square. On here, do it faintly. On top. And then 90-degree set square. Down here and here. So with this now, I've got my centre, I've got my square, so I can get my compass and I go on the centre and move it to the corner, like so. And this then marks on the distance. So I go here and here. Go from this one, I mark on here and here. And I've done this correctly. It should then mark on, which it does, here and here. It's the two given sides there. So, last one at the top here, and at the top here. So now I've got all 8 of those marks. I can now get my rule and pencil and join these bits together. So I go from here to here. I've got the rule at the angle, I'll do the same up here. Go down this side. For the bottom one, so do the top one, and then do the last 2. So there we go, octagon. So that's the first part complete. Part B then says, inside the octagon, draw full size the aircraft warning symbol on the centre lines given. So the centre lines there and there are here and here. So first thing I'm going to look at is this middle part. It says it's 20 millimeters wide. So I'm going to get my ruler and I measure 10 millimeters above, 10 millimeters below, and just put faint construction lines in for now. Along there and along there. So I've got my top and bottom. I can then look at this front bit. So we've got that semicircle there. I know the front is 70 from that centre line. I can check it as well. It says 70 here, but if I move this along, I can see that's 70. So 70 for the middle, centre line, sorry, is the front of that. So I'll get my rule and I'm going to measure 70. And that's the end bit there. So it is 20 along, so we need to go 10 down for the radius. So the radius is going to be the centre of the circles there. So I then get my compass, put it on the dot here, and I measure it to there. I can check there and there, and it's right. So what I'm going to do is slightly. Is then draw on the semicircle like so. So we've got the front part there. So what we're going to look at next then is the rear of the plane. It's this back part here. So I know again, it's 70 from the centre line to the end there. So I'll get my 90 degree and, oops, okay, ruler first. Measure 70, which is here, and do a line up. I can also see that this is a 30-degree angle from the centre line down to that bottom bit here. So what I'm quickly going to do is, that line doesn't quite go far enough, so I'll extend it along to mark that point, and then I can mark on 30 degrees like so, down like that. And I can join that to the front, so I can go heavier with that line there. Put it here, go along like that. So I've got my line there coming around like that, so here and there. So to look at this part next, it says radius 30. So that's going to be, the radius is there. So from that line, I'm going to measure up 30. So from the centre line, I do my line thicker. So that's the back. And that's going to be the point of the compass, that's going to be the pencil of the compass. So I've got my compass, and I put it point on here, the pencil up here, and then join that top line to there. So I've got my curved bit, so now I need to put the line across here. So I'll get on here and I'll join the two together. So we've got this main part of the body done. Now we need to look at the wings. So dimensions of the wings, it gives us 70 millimeters here. So that's 70 millimeters from that center line to the tip of the wing. So what I'm going to do is also, we've got 20 millimeters center line at the back bit. So first thing I do is measure 20, put a mark, and then put construction lines, going along, let's go a bit further down. Like so. So then, it's 70 from the middle. So make sure we do it from that centre line. So I'll put it on the centre line here. Obviously that first centimetre is the body, so we're going to go from here and go over it heavier like that. And the same at the top. So we've got a centre line there, so 70 is there, on here, and go up to the top there. So the last thing we need to do to complete the wings is, you can see it says a 45-degree angle there, and with this you can always check by getting your 45-degree set square and seeing that's 45 degrees. So I'm going to put it on here, and then flip it around, and then it's complete.